Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about the not so obvious. Let's read. So am I getting this right? Kamala creates the housing crisis by letting in 10 million illegal migrants. Now I'm just reading, guys. I'm not saying that it's 10 million, could have been 5 million. I don't know. BlackRock buys all the homes. They did buy a lot of homes. They are corporatizing a lot of single family homes. BlackRock skyrockets rents. That is true. Rent is up 20-50% in most cities. And the illegal migrants are put on housing vouchers, which is also true. No one's denying that. And who's paying for those housing vouchers? You are. Housing vouchers come from taxpayers. So you're paying for the housing vouchers. You're paying for the Visa cards that they're getting. You're paying for the food, EBT cards that they're getting. You're paying for everything because they're not working yet. They're not tax-paying citizens. They're over here illegally. So they've been housed and fed illegally with your tax dollars. And you know why they was brought here? They was brought here to replace you. So you're financing your replacement. And the reason I'm telling you this is so you can be aware of the grind and hustle mindset that you have. You're doing it not for your children, you're doing it for their children. It may seem like you're doing it for your children, but your children are going to suffer because your children are not going to be able to afford the cost to stay alive or the cost of living, because the rent is going to be too high and to own property is going to be too high. The average home in America right now is between $500,000 and $600,000. The average home in California is between $800,000 and $1 million. So as time progresses over the next 5 to 10 years, if you're not making between $150,000 and $300,000 a year, it's going to be practically impossible for you to ever own a home. Not only that, if you pass your home to your children and it costs $500,000 to $1 million, the taxes, the insurance, and the maintenance on that house are going to cost a minimum of $1,000 to $2,000 per month. See? So there's no escaping the reality of what's going on here. It says this racketeering causes millions of Americans to suffer. You don't believe me, guys? Hold on. Okay, guys, this is a company out of Portland, Oregon. They've been around for a while, and it's a nonprofit organization that help first-time home buyers get into their homes. But this is the most recent update that they have for illegal, for the most part, unemployed or partially employed migrants. Here's the update. It says grant for first-time home buyers in the state of Oregon. Here's the update. These are the conditions for the $30,000. Conditions. Only for people who are not American citizens. There you go. It's a nonprofit organization founded in the United States. Been in the United States helping American citizens for years. But now they've updated their conditions. Only for people who are not American citizens. For example, ITIN holders, DACA recipient, refugees. Now, if you're a refugee, how can you qualify for a loan? You don't have no work history, no credit background, no references, and no money. So even if they give you $30,000 as a down payment assistance, how can you afford the maintenance of the house, the utilities? Who's going to provide? Who's going to pay for all that? Let's continue. Asylees, green card holders, amongst others, must have pre-approval for a mortgage loan. It makes no sense. How you going to get pre-approved for a mortgage loan and you don't have a job? Or your job don't pay enough money? The average house in this area that they're talking about, I'm pretty sure it's Oregon. Yes, Oregon, it's $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. Which means you got to be making $100,000, $150,000 a year to pay a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 mortgage. That's just the mortgage. That's not the utilities. That's not the food. That's not the maintenance. That's not the insurance. It's not the taxes. That's just the mortgage. So I really don't understand, what's up with this. It makes no sense, guys. So anyway, my point is, it is, you can't explain, stupidity. You just can't explain it, guys. So, but if you see what's happening, you have to take immediate action. And it may take 3 or 4 years for you to get yourself together, for you to understand what's going on. But if you really are paying attention, you can be ahead of the curve, and you can take action to protect yourself and your family. By making the right investments, not overworking yourself, not hurting yourself to make all this money so you can pay more taxes. The more you work, the more taxes that you pay. And where your tax dollars going? Your tax dollars are going overseas. Your tax dollars are going to the migrants. Your tax dollars are going to price you out of your home, your community. Because what these migrants are going to do, they're going to move into one house. And it's going to be 30 migrants in one house. They're going to be in your community, in that one house. They're going to flood the school systems. The migrants are going to flood the school systems. They're going to dilute the educational programs. They're going to drain the resources from your community. Because a lot of the resources are going to go towards them. See? So you remember when you couldn't afford to send your child to school with lunch money, and they gave your child a refugee meal, and all the kids that could afford lunch, they gave them a hot meal, while your child had a paper bag meal? Well, now your child is still going to get a refugee meal, and the refugees are going to get a hot meal for free. Your rent is going to go up while the refugees rent. The refugees are the immigrants, the migrants, what do you want to call them, the illegals. While they get free rent, your rent is going up. So who do you think is paying for the migrants' rent? If your rent is going up and theirs is free. If your food is going up and they have free EBT, who do you think is paying for the EBT? You are. Somebody has to pay for all these free handouts to the migrants that have never worked in this country before, haven't paid any taxes. When they get sick, the cost of your health insurance is going to go up. When they get sick, they go to the hospital, all medical paid for free. They have babies and children, and they drop the anchor babies here in the United States for free. Who do you think paying for their medical bills? When your insurance goes up, you're paying for it. When your pharmaceutical drugs go up, you pay for it. When your medication goes up, you pay for it. California want to give them a driver's license. Who you think going to pay for it? You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay more county, state, and city taxes. Your car insurance is going to go up to pay for these. So it's just something to think about, guys. You got to realize, like, this is not going to turn out good. They're having all kind of problems in Aurora and Denver, Colorado. And it's not even cold yet. They're having problems in Chicago, and it's not even cold yet. In New York, they got all these refugee and immigrant and migrant encampments, and it's not even cold yet. Wait until the middle of the winter. What do you think is going to happen? There's not enough, and the law enforcement, they will arrest you, but they won't arrest them. Guys, I'm just telling you. If you don't care, that's on you. If you don't care, that's on you. Once they come into your community, maybe you'll start caring then. So anyway, guys, I want to just drop that quick video to show you the problem that's going on in the United States, in the small towns and the cities in the United States. How these migrants, these illegals, they are draining the resources from you. The government not paying for it. You're paying for it. The government is not financing it. You're financing it. They putting them on these gig jobs, these gig apps. These migrants are delivering your food. You don't know what their standards are. You don't know their cleanliness. You don't know who these strangers are that's delivering your food. These migrants are driving for Uber and Lyft. You don't know who they are. You don't know their driving history. You don't know how they're doing this. They're doing this because they have accounts that don't require them to have background checks. See? These business accounts. So one person, only one person got to pass the background check, and the other bulk business account holders, they don't have to give them background checks. Just the one person that owns the business. And all they got to do is rent or lease a vehicle to do Uber. But these guys are total strangers. They have not been vetted. So okay, guys, that's it for this video, guys. I just wanted to show you that quickie information. Until next time, guys, remember, keep your life clean, keep your car clean, keep your mind clean, keep your diet clean, keep your body clean, guys. Download and deploy your anti-mind virus software, debug and unplug from the matrix. Remember to drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxin, the chemicals, and the poison that's in the food supply. Guys, you are being poisoned. You're being micro-poisoned every day. And since you're operating your lower self, you're also unconsciously poisoning your children and your pets. Until next time, guys, I'm Countryman 777, and I'm signing off. Peace.